All right, so welcome back to the Grow Farm Network. This is actually our little, we call it our mini food forest for home gardening. Um, we actually took a break from coming over here doing some filming, more so because the kids kind of like to follow us out, and because we did catch, if you see this netting, I tell people all the time, even though this is good netting to protect your vegetables, at the same time it catches snakes. So we came out and we caught a few what we thought to be
Copperhead.
yeah, two copperhead snakes in it. So we kind of just we went away with the ground cover, which is here. We was gonna let strawberries, mint, and this sweet potato vine that we got from Miss C. We wanted it to actually become a ground cover and kind of make the real food for us with having that ground cover. But sometimes you got to make changes. You can't leave everything solid. So what we've actually did now was we're going back with the weed whacker now, and actually we're not going to do any ground cover because we want to be able to see where we walk. So now you can see it's back. We was letting this grass kind of grow up. We wanted it to kind of take over. We was letting it grow up, so now we're back to cutting it all down. But what you're looking at now is kind of like having a garden in shade, and
Gotta be careful in that too.
yeah. But look what we got. Now we planted this in February. This is one of the earliest gardens that we planted because we wanted to see what the garden would do under our canopy. I must say that it's really slow. It's really slow. I'm gonna walk around here. We got some peppers coming out. If you're looking for production, this is really slow. What we was doing since this is our first year actually, what we've been doing is, not right there, Ari. Go by Zane. Can't play right here, okay? Go by Zane. So I can see you. Go where I can see you at, okay? Thank you. All right, so what? Oh, you want it?
She said she wanted tomato. Oh. That's our tomato eater.
Hold up. Go back by mama. All right. So what I've noticed here is there are some things that nothing is dying, and I'm gonna leave this here for the whole year. I'm gonna leave it throughout the winter, the fall, everything, because we did when we got that snow two years ago, 3 years ago.
Like 2018.
I went to our other property, and there was a tomato plant that actually was still, even after the snow, it was still like under the tree where it was growing by our old chicken cage. So I decided that I'm just gonna let this actually just let it grow. This is how you actually can get in here. Nothing else won't be able to. Alright. So you can see the one right here is not growing as well. I'm gonna put this down. And I'm not used to having this baby on my back. We actually, my responsible daughter that usually watches, and you can see the little snake bones right there. My daughter that usually watches the little one while we're out in the garden is now out of town, so that's why you've been seeing him
with
on my back. Yeah, because the Sassy Monster is in here, but you can look at that. So nothing has died. Well, let me take that back. The raspberry didn't do. Oh, that's the goji berry. So the goji berry died that we got from online. The raspberry is here.
Still doing good.
Well, no, it just didn't grow at all. So I think I'm gonna need to actually forego putting the raspberries in the food forest, and I'll be able to take them out and maybe plant them in the high tunnel, or I don't know, or plant it just in the regular garden. The passion fruit vine also. What I did when we first talked about, so this is the blackberry.
Yeah.
So
The
it's
vine,
doing well.
the thornless.
Thornless blackberry is doing well. Bells end up putting some jute back here. So
No, I
those-
don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know how it got here, but it got here. So we got a lot of jute coming up. So maybe this might be a good space for like salad, kale, stuff that don't really need that much sun. But what I did when we actually cut out, and I kind of made a mistake, but not really a huge mistake, because I still needed to cut it. But what I did was during the winter time, our citrus trees actually give us more growth. And that's because, and I wasn't thinking, during the wintertime, our sun is back here. So when I cut all this back, when I cut all those trees back there, I was thinking like early in the spring and everything that the sun would be just shining through. And after I did that all during the winter, cutting those trees back to let more light come in, when the spring came, the sun actually was on that side of the tree. So it kind of defeated the purpose because I'm not going to take out the leaves or anything on that side. So I'll just have to wait, and this will be a slower growing area, even though everything is really, really dark green, really growing well, holding well per se, and I don't have to do any covering during the winter time. So that's going to be the big plus. So most plants you'll see that they grow well during the spring is their growing season, but here underneath the canopy of the live oak, you'll watch as the seasons progress, as it goes from fall to winter, you're going to start seeing some new growth on these, and that's because the sun is going to finally be getting through into the shrubbery. So comfrey plants are doing well. This is aronia berry. We've been had this for about 3 years, and we finally decided to plant this one. This was one that we had got, we did a video on it a few years ago. Peach tree died back, and it actually came back, and it wasn't below the graft, so trying to let that grow back out. Hopefully we can get something off that. I think that's the Florida Prince.
What is
Florida
it?
King. Yeah. Florida King.
Florida Peach.
The other one is the Bella Georgia, I believe. So everything is doing well. You can see over here. This one got caught with the leaf miners on all the new growth we had. I'm trying to put this. On all the new growth we had, you can see how the leaf miners just destroyed them. Under here, I haven't been doing any kind of sprays, anything. I just want to see what it does. And you can see this one right here. A little damage from the leaf miner. Go back over there by Ari. Go back by Ari. Thank you. But you can see.
They produce good though.
Yeah, it's still producing. And this is just the lemon. The one that's out there in the wide open sun is producing way better. Looks like the blueberry is not going to make it, but it's still alive. Looks like I got a vine grabbing it.
That's the.
Yeah. So, gotta go up in there,
Excuse me.
take
The
that
thing.
vine out, which I got this.
Oh.
Alright.
No, don't go out there. Don't go nowhere.
Tangerine is doing well.
Oh, we got few. Wow,
Yeah.
like few.
But the same thing, leaf miner kind of got on the new growth. So we're looking to a better season as this progresses. This is actually, look at that, another. Blueberries are not enjoying being under here as much as the citrus. So the citrus, being a shade story tree, supposedly seems that it is working. So we may end up in the future just making this more of a citrus type grove, where we can put more of our citrus trees here and do more of our gardening on the outside. More of our other trees that like more. We had a olive over here, not doing too well, but it's still alive. So that's basically where we are on the oh, one more thing we did. We actually went in elderberry coming up. So you can see up close. You can see this is obviously. I mean, this thing was supposed to be 100 times bigger than this, but because it's not getting any sun, this is the biggest it's getting. And Belle, what this is? Tell me again.
It's a monkey potato.
Yeah, so monkey potato. We
Ube.
actually
No, that's the ube.
planted
Different
this
one.
down here, and what this is supposed to do is eventually actually grab the tree and go up that way. I'd rather get this something edible going up the tree instead of these vines over here. I don't know if they're poison ivy vines, poison oak, or whatever it is. But what I did was I tried to put you can see it's right here. Tried to put this stick somewhere close to where we planted it, and that's where it's in the ground. So this is actually a ground potato, kind of like.
Yeah, ube, like it goes.
So you
Purple
leave it in the
yam.
ground for years and years, and it just grows and gets bigger. Then you harvest it and
Cook it like a potato,
yeah,
like
a
sweet potato, but
So, it's good to try new things. That's what we've been doing. That's what we did with this food forest. Also put in one more thing. I see. Also put in
oh yeah,
a cassava just to see what it do. And that's what I would tell you. If you're thinking of doing a food forest, go ahead on and start trying. You know, one of these plants, and then you looking and seeing which one is doing better, and that's where you will make your determination from
what is
which
this?
one you're gonna use. This is pineapple sage,
Pineapple sage.
which I want to know what
This is the sweet potato.
Oh, the sweet potato, it is taking over. Look at that. And so this sweet potato vine is actually used just for the leaves, right?
Yeah,
it's
for
not
the tops.
harvested for any tubers. It's just for the tops. And that's what we wanted before I saw the snakes everywhere. That's what we wanted to have. And this may still do well. We'll just have to see as the future progresses how we're going to use it. Another, what this is, I think this is the grapefruit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
But nothing, I thought I had one or two in there, but not seeing anything anymore, so it may have fell off. And then we have our red navel.
Oh.
But this one here, we got 1, 2, 3. So we'll get a chance to taste that this year. Just got to keep it watered. Another blueberry here on the outskirts. Now this one is looking better. So that's one thing, how you saw we had the other blueberries that wasn't doing too well. That was more so inside, close under the tree. This one here is more so on the outskirts of the whole food forest idea, and it's actually still got way more green on it than the rest of them. So that's it. I wanted to get in. A lot of people, more than 100, have asked me about the food forest, like when we're gonna get another update, and I was just taking time off from just letting this thing get settled with the grass staying low. That way I would know, be able to get more familiar with where a snake may be wanting to hide. When I'm out here doing a video, I'm not really looking at what's on the ground. So wanted to be a little bit more comfortable doing that. And the spring season is over, so snake season is kind of dying down a little bit. Thank y'all for watching. We got kids to go watch, fortunately. And he's running to finish it off. And as always, peace. Yeah.